Hey, it's Brandan from Be Loves the Love, and it's daylight. This is in March after daylight savings, and although I'm still at my son's practice, it's not pitch black like it usually is. So this is a nice change. I don't necessarily like it being dark in the morning, but I know that will kind of transition away soon. So hope y'all are doing well. Hope your March reading is going well. I finally finished those novellas, and they were good. They were good. I knew, like I said, I was having troubles with the first one. I got through it and ended up being an ending better than I thought. That second one, the one that I had purchased first before I realized that I purchased book two before I realized there was a book one. So then I went back and read book one before I read book two. Book two was excellent. Book two was so good. I gave it 4 stars, 4 out of 5. And that's a good rating. Like 5, I don't give a lot of things 5 unless it's one of those books that I constantly reread. However, I read this book, I went back and started it over, and not because I didn't remember anything to write the review. There were like passages I wanted to highlight. So I ended up going back and was going just to read certain sections. Ended up rereading or in the process of rereading the entire book. So I'm likely going to upgrade the rating from a 4 to a 4.5. And we'll see if it's one of those books that I go back to often again, then I'll upgrade it to a 5. But I'm really pleased. The second book was awesome. And now I want to see if there are additional books that follow the friends and brothers circle. Is cousins. So she has cousins. He has 2 brothers and a best friend. And some of them are linked, some of them are not, but I enjoy the characters enough that I would read potentially 6 additional books in order to continue to stay in this world that has been built. Because, 2 of the characters that were mentioned in book 1 are included in book 2. You don't need to know what's going on with them in book 2. It helps to have context, but if I had managed to read book 2 first, I don't think I wouldn't have felt the need to go back and read book 1. So now that I finished these novellas, I have to go back and now re-review and figure out what book I want to read next. I think I'm going to go back and actually read, I need something light. Both of these novellas related to divorce. One couple was divorced. Another, in the second book, the woman was divorcing. And I think I need to read something a little lighter. So I'm likely going to read the astronaut book that I talked about in February that I haven't gotten to yet. So that is on my queue. I also have some additional books that I realized when I was going through the exercise of downloading books that I had purchased but I hadn't downloaded yet. I have a bad habit of buying books, but if I don't plan on reading them immediately, I don't download them to my Kindle. When there was this, it's probably fake, but there was this rumor going around that people who had books on their Kindle devices but who had not downloaded them, there was a chance that they would be removed from your list, regardless if you pay for them or not. So I went through and I just started downloading all of these books that I had not read yet, purchased but hadn't read. And I realized in doing so that when I bought my new iPad last year, some of the books that I had read but had not reviewed reverted back. So there are a handful of books, probably more than I care to admit, that I had read, had not reviewed, but are showing up as new reads. So I could likely get rid of a number of books that way by just going in and reviewing them and getting them off of my queue. So that will help me towards my goal of having, I think I have 50 books slated to read this year. But anywho, I hope that your March is going well. I hope that your reading is going well. It's still chaos, nonsense, and shenanigans going on in the world, but I hope that in your little pocket you found a way to find some joy. I hope you're reading some good books. If you're in a slump, as I've mentioned before, try a different genre. Try a different author. If you only read paranormals, maybe try something contemporary. Or maybe just try a novella. Honestly, if you are in a slump and you just want to feel accomplished and read a book, read and finish a book, find a novella. There are some. These two were like 150 pages. I've had some that were like 30, 40 pages, 60 pages. So that could literally, you can finish in an hour, maybe two. So anywho, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. Things are going okay. Just celebrated some birthdays in April. Mine is coming up in March, I'm sorry. Then celebrating some more in April. So take care of yourself. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.